Hello there guys, welcome to Dino's World. You guys kept requesting me to review the Duke 200 BS6 Phase 2 model, the 2023 model which has been updated with LED headlamp. And well, lo and behold, it is here thanks to Varun Motors Hyderabad for always supporting my vision. You can get to them at Kondapur or Banjara Hills to get the best deals on KTM machines.
Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. You cannot save me.
First of all, the decals remain the same as what the BS6 update got. The design remains the same Super Duke styling. What changes now is the new headlamp, which it was long due. Actually, I suppose it deserved it because the Duke 200, which was the actual king of the game, which broke the ice, which kind of set the market ablaze with a completely different motorcycling lifestyle, completely different design language, unlike anything people had seen or witnessed before back in 2012 when they kind of took the market by storm. People didn't understand what it was. Was it a bike from a different planet? Because the design language, the performance, the equipment, everything was out of the ordinary. It screamed performance, it screamed dominance, and it screamed absolute intensity and super menacing power that was never seen or experienced before on Indian roads. So you had WP USD forks 43mm, you had WP monoshock at the back, underbelly exhaust, aluminium swing arm, trellis frame. Everything kind of took people's senses, literally blew people's mind away with the kind of performance it had on offer. No wonder some of the senior auto journalists still have their Duke 390 or Duke 200 with them. That is the kind of machines they are. So now let's talk about the updates. First, let me give you the overview. Yeah, so powering the bike is 200cc single cylinder fuel injected motor, OBD2 compliant, E20 compliant, that puts out 25 PS of max power and 19.2 Newton meters of max torque, 6-speed gearbox. And yeah, the engine is very refined now. So BS6 Phase 2 model, what is the main difference? First of all, it kind of offers better pickup. That was a major issue, major drawback. People didn't enjoy that kind of intensity. As soon as they opened the throttle, it felt lacking that initial power. The BS6 model, now that is gone. The BS6 Phase 2 model, it literally wants to pull off a wheelie as you open the throttle. So that's how good it is. And then the refinement and the power and the torque continues throughout the rev band all the way to the red line up to 136 kilometers per hour. It feels rock solid, no vibrations, no uncertainty. It just pulls and pulls and pulls absolutely cleanly. And then of course LED lighting all around. We have the lamp, LED headlamp, the LED turn indicators, and the LED strips at the back. It's a signature design styling of KTM. And then of course even the brakes, now we get 300mm disc up front and disc brake at the back. This was updated again earlier with dual channel ABS. Now the update is Supermoto ABS, which means you can turn off ABS on the rear wheel. The ABS will be operational only on the front wheel. Okay guys, now the LCD console remains the same as prior, nothing much changes. But one thing is that I feel now the Supermoto mode has been included, like what we get with Duke 250. So dual channel ABS was included in the previous iteration of BS6 model, and that doesn't change. So ABS is operational on the front wheel as well as rear wheel. But now we get switchable ABS, which means you can actually turn on Supermoto ABS, in which case ABS will be functioning or operating only on the front wheel. You can still lock the rear wheel. So that is something you need to understand. So get into that. You can get into this mode, and there you can see road mode, which means ABS is dual channel ABS now. So to get into Supermoto mode, long press the set button, and there you go, Supermoto mode is activated for the Duke 200, which means you can lock the rear wheel. Now you get back to dual channel ABS, again press the set button, and now dual channel ABS is activated, which is the road mode. So I would always suggest you to have dual channel ABS always on. And then of course the tires are MRF radial tires, come with better water channeling capabilities, offer better road grip even on wet surfaces, maintain right kind of tire pressure. That is absolutely crucial. I keep saying that because every time you go to a fuel station, people will put blindly 30 सामने पीछे 40 लगा देंगे सर बोल के. At that time the contact patch on overinflated tire results in reduced contact patch. So when the contact patch is reduced, it becomes tougher for the tire to actually grip the surface. So what is crucial is the tire should achieve adequate contact patch with the road such that it can grip the road properly. So maintain appropriate tire pressure such that the tire is properly inflated, such that it has established good contact patch, such that it can grip the road properly when you apply the brakes hard. So that is really crucial. And apply 80% front brake and only 20% rear brake, even with dual channel ABS. So that I keep saying time and again. Then talking about the tank, you get a 13.5 liter tank, a steel tank, so you can put a magnetic tank bag on here. Ergonomics perfectly sorted. City riding, weekend ride, touring or track riding, it is right up there. Foot pegs are properly set, not too much of rear set or not too high. It is perfectly set, properly rear set, such that it can give you a good riding posture with the spine being straight, such that your low back it doesn't affected after long riding or long rides. Okay, so such that maintain straight spine, that is very important. So this handlebar positioning to foot peg to seat, this thing is absolutely spot on. Seat is very spacious such that you can move around while doing your track sessions or doing touring. And then of course adequately spacious rear seat such that ladies can easily access it and they can feel comfortable. So that wraps up the overview. USD forks 43 mm from WP, monoshock at the back, and I've talked about the brakes already. The underbelly exhaust adds on to the mass centralization concept, better handling, better balance, better flickability and maneuverability through city traffic. Again, the swing arm, aluminum swing arm, not only looks beautiful, it works along with the rear monoshock and the chassis to offer superb stability or unparalleled stability through the straights as well as through the corners. Then we have split trellis frame. The concept is not only to give better flexibility, better balance, better riding dynamics and better handling, but the other added advantage is even if the rear section of the frame is damaged, you can only replace the rear section instead of having to change the entire chassis or entire frame. So that gives a lot of maintenance cost advantage with the split trellis frame. So that is something you need to understand. Another thing is that the kind of chassis orientation and the overall package it brings to the segment, it still makes sense. It was well ahead of its time and still a value for money proposition. So what would you pick? Would you pick this one or the 250, and why would you pick that? Feel free to comment below. And does it make sense? Does it feel complete for you now with the LED headlamp update? Feel free to comment below, let me know. And now that I've given you a quick overview, and it is the ideal college bike is what I feel, because a college student can maintain it with his or her pocket money. The spares are locally made, the bike is locally made, so spares are easily available and they are affordable. So that is a crucial part or crucial point for you to own a super bike or a sport bike, sorry, not a super bike. For you to own a sport bike easily, spares have to be available and they have to be affordable. So that makes things easier for a college student to not only buy this bike but also maintain the bike easily without too much of a hassle. So that wraps up my overview of the bike. Yeah, it is E20 compliant and OBD2 compliant. I've talked about the E20 advantages in other videos. Please do watch that. So now let's hit the road. The rain is starting to pour and let's ride the bike to our heart's content and see what kind of a riding dynamics it has on offer. Okay guys, let's go for a fast high-speed stability test. This is the BS6 Phase 2 Duke 200, 25 PS, 19.2 Newton meters. Okay, 135 is what we managed, and it can do better, as I always keep saying. Better rider, better conditions, and this still continues to be a fun machine. I'm now updated with LED headlamp and same equipment all around. WP USD forks 43 mm, WP suspension at the back. Seat is nice and comfortable, more spacious than the first gen model, and LED headlamp really adds on to the overall visual appeal. And lots of spy shots, lots of news coming up of the upcoming Duke 390 with the revised design, but I am pretty damn sure that will be saved for next year, so don't get all excited. That's not coming anytime soon. So as it is, the new Duke 390 or the 200 or the 250 have very good color schemes, and they look very well built together. The Super Duke styling, larger tank, steel tank, especially for the Duke 200 and the rest of the Duke series, and that actually makes things more practical. We still don't get a color TFT for the Duke 200. It's the same LCD display. It's kind of okay, does the job for you. At the end of the day, you're not going to keep staring at the TFT screen all day long. What matters is handling, and this thing had one of the best handling machines beyond a shadow of a doubt. And very comfortable. Now it's more refined, and the initial pickup is far better than what the BS6 model had. This is BS6 Phase 2. Some people are calling it BS7, but I don't think it is BS7. It is BS6 Phase 2. So so no slipper clutch yet. 6-speed gearbox, comfortable seating, underbelly exhaust to offer better mass centralization and better handling. And then of course the swing arm is not only looks beautiful, it also aids in superb riding dynamics and superb handling characteristics. The front end forks offer superb directional stability, corner entry and corner exit, 300mm disc up front, and super moto ABS. Everything else still makes it a firecracker of a performer, and one of the best naked machines out there. The price is slightly kept increasing and increasing with every update, so that is what takes away the value proposition with which the Duke actually entered the market. So that is one thing you need to note. Apart from that, everything is bang on. Equipment, handling, refinement, zero vibrations refinement is also better in this Phase 2 model. And best of it all, the initial pickup right off the mark is really good, and that was something lacking in the BS6 model post the BS6 update. So apart from that, everything I feel is right on the money. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Duke 200 still is one of the finest naked sport bikes that kind of sets the benchmark and is still ahead of the pack in its respective segment? Feel free to comment below, let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.